Hi, I'm Long.
Hi, this is Faye.
We interviewed the manager and subordinate in a Chinese restaurant last week. For the manager, the intended organization in his mind is that he thinks the employees are satisfied with their jobs and wages. However, the wage here doesn't mean the normal wages. It is tips that customers give. The manager said, I think every customer will give tips. Even though a small number of customers do not give tips, there are still many customers who will give a big amount of tips. So he believes that every employee in his restaurant can earn at least $100 every day. Also, the manager said that he offers free lunch and dinner for employees every workday. He thinks the benefits for employees are awesome as well. There is no reason for employees that they are not satisfied with the company manager's job and wages. For the organizational goals, mission, vision, and value statements, the manager expected that employees and managers in their restaurant can earn a lot of money. Also, every customer they served would feel satisfied with their service.
We also interviewed an employee from the Chinese restaurant. He told us a different side of a restaurant, like different side of like restaurant, a side of how the restaurant actually works. The employee we interviewed told us that the restaurant owner did not pay them the hourly wages, which means all they have is based on the tip. The problem with this system is that not every customer pay the tip. This makes the employee often serve the customer for free when there's no tipping and no hour wages. This could really affect the employee's mood of the day and will make them serve the customer like rude, like will be rude to and make them rude to customer. Um, in a restaurant, employee will take turn to get their customer. For example, if one waitress got a group of 5 customers, then the other waitress will take the following turn till they also have the same amount of customer. This is not fair because one waitress may not get any tip while the other waitress can get up to like $30 for five customer. Um, this system could be a big problem because there will cause like bad relationship between employees due to jealousy. However, tip are not the only reason that cause bad relationship. It's also how the manager handle the problem. The manager often try to not get involved with employees' problem, which could send a message to employees that they could do whatever they want to get the best benefit for themselves. Like one thing they would do is they will walk up to the customer that pay that they know that will pay a great amount of a tip and tell them to sit on their table, even though it's not their turn yet. This action caused many fights between employees, say from the employee we interviewed. The employee think is something that managers should step out and handle. Okay, and the solution is, as discussed before, the tipping payment system that the restaurant utilize can be way unfair. One employee could make way more than the other. This sometimes need to employ intention in fighting according to the employee. It can also create a situation in which an employee doesn't get tipped to a work shift. All of this can put a strain on the employees that work there. And while we do not have any information on their turnover rate, we will imagine that it is most likely higher than the other restaurant.
So the first problem we want to address is the infighting and tension between employees. We believe this problem can be partially fixed if the managers effectively use their ability to influence the employees. Firstly, the managers at the restaurant must use legitimate power to make a connection with the other employees. The manager must then use that connection to improve relationships between the employees. For example, a manager could ask a more experienced server to work with two younger servers who might have some work tension. This more experienced server would be a mediator between the two younger servers and would hopefully be a person both of them could go to. The last problem we want to address is the unfair and unstable tipping payment system that is used within the restaurant. This is a major issue for the employees, but the managers seem to think that it is a totally fine way to pay their employees. A more experienced server is more likely to make better tips than a new server and will probably stay with the company. However, a new server may not have the skills necessary to get an adequate amount of tips. A wage paid by the restaurant will motivate an employee because they will at least have something to fall back if they have a bad day and do not get a lot of tips in a shift. A new server is more likely to stay with the company if they know they are gonna have some sort of income to bank on. The managers need to use their reward power in order to pay employees a constant wage.
So that concludes our presentation. If you guys have any question, please feel free to leave comment down below. We will try our best to answer them. Thank you.
Goodbye.